Hi, I'm Renee Grabeck. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a recipe for you called Creamy Cheesy Potato Salad. And as the name implies, it's going to have potatoes, the Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese, and Kraft cheddar cheese. It'll also have a couple of other ingredients to spice it up a little bit. I've got my potatoes baking in the oven. Now what I've got in there is some Southern style hash browns that I just bought frozen in the bag. It's really easy. You can definitely use your own potatoes if you'd like, but I like to use these because they're already chopped and ready to go. I've got them cooking in there. They take about 40 minutes and I stir them about every 10 minutes. The reason I bake the potatoes instead of frying them in grease is because I don't want all that extra grease in my potato salad, and that's just my preference. You could definitely fry them if that's your preference, and they go a little faster if you fry them. Okay, so I've already got in my pan here 4 ounces of Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese. And I'm just going to shred the cheddar cheese. About a cup is all you need. And I'm just going to shred that up real fast here on my cutting board. And I'm going to add that to my heavy saucepan. Anything you got that you can heat up cheese in is fine. You can do a double boiler. Looks like a finger. And you could do I don't know, microwave if you want to. This just comes out a lot better if you don't use the microwave. So I'm going to put that in there. Oh, yum. I can smell that cheese and the cream cheese. It's going to be so yummy. And now I'm going to add half a cup of vegetable stock. And the reason I'm using vegetable stock is because I'm going to be feeding this to vegetarians later on. And so I want to make sure that they get something that's not got meat in it, like a chicken broth. You could use chicken broth if you'd like. Alright, I'm going to heat this up. Get this going. Now while that's going, got my bowl here. I'm going to add a fourth of a cup, of purple onions. And I'm using purple onions for the color, and they also have a little bit more of an earthy taste than a regular onion. You could definitely use any kind of onion you want, but I like the color of the purple onions, and I just like that taste. Now, I'm going to cut up 1 jalapeno pepper. If you like it really spicy, try 2, leave the seeds in, whatever, but I'm going to take the seeds out of this and chop it up. I've already got this one nice and washed, so I'm going to just cut it so it's easier to get the seeds out. Boy, this one's got lots of seeds. I think he's going to be hot. That's okay. Like heat. My kids are just going to add hot sauce to it later anyways, no matter how hot I make it. So I might as well make it for my taste and let them add the hot sauce later on. Alright. Oh, get those seeds out of there. Good. Put those off into my sink. Now I like to cut these really small. I'm going to cut them nice and thin in strips first. And then I give them another cut right across. Like that, and I don't use gloves. Some people do. If you do, that's fine. And just give them a nice chopping. I like to get them pretty fine because I don't want a big old chunk of jalapeno in my salad. That would not be good. Well, to some people maybe, but I just don't want that. So I've got it in there pretty good. That guy got away from me. Okay. I'm going to put those in there. Whole jalapeno. And of course now we've got green in there. We've got purple going on. My potatoes are all ready in the oven. Now one way I can tell that they're ready is I kind of take them and give them a shake. They shake around. I put a little bit of olive oil on them to make sure that they didn't stick to the pan, but they shake around. They kind of sound like little stones or something in there. Okay, now this is the tricky part. I'm going to give my sauce a stir here because I can hear it get nice and boiling. All right, now I'm going to take these and I'm just going to scoop them in. This is tricky because you could spill it any moment, and I don't want this to go on the floor to feed the dog. Of course, she'll vacuum for me later. So. Anyway, I got this going. Put those in there. Again, I can hear my sauce going on there. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to stir it up nice so that my purple onions and my green jalapenos are nice and mixed all in there together so I don't have a lump of something in one spot in my salad. Look at that. You can already see there's the potatoes, you can see the purple onions, you could even probably put in a little more onion, and then some beautiful green of the jalapeno. It's just lovely, it's beautiful. Now, over to the sauce. It's melting nicely, it's boiling. It takes a little bit longer for your Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese to melt than the cheddar cheese. And this sauce is going to be lovely. One of the things you can do with this sauce, besides put it in the salad, is you could actually use it on crackers later on because it does cool and thicken up a little bit when it cools. Another thing that we like to do with this salad is maybe to put it on the side for breakfast alongside your eggs. It's really good that way. What's better than, you know, hash browns for breakfast, but you've got them all jazzed up and spiced up and really, really yummy. Got this just about ready to go. Got a couple lumps here still of the Philadelphia cream cheese. That melts up pretty good. And the cream cheese just gives it that, I don't know, smoothness that you don't get with just the cheddar. The cheddar could be a little oily sometimes when it melts. Kraft is one of those that doesn't do that on me very much. So that's why I like to use the Kraft cheddar cheese. But any good quality cheddar cheese, that's the best. Okay, this is nice and bubbly and hot. And oh, look at that. What we're going to do now, we're just going to pour this over top of the potatoes. Oh, yum, and the smell is to die for. It's wonderful. I love it. Can't wait to eat it. And I'll bet you my cameraman's saying the same thing over there. And we've just got, oh, this whole house just smells so yummy. The cheese and the potato, and now the heat of the cheese sauce has released all that fragrance of the tomato, or the onion, tomato. You know, you could add tomato to it. You could add bacon to it, and we're going to top it off with just a little bit of bacon here. In a minute, you could add sun-dried tomatoes, anything that floats your boat. You can even add a little dill to it if you'd like to do that, although I wouldn't put the jalapenos in if you're going to do the dill. That's just my own personal taste. All right. I'm going to taste this now to see how much pepper and salt it is, because it is a two-taste recipe. And we're going to add some of those if we need to. All right, let's see here what we've got. Doesn't need any salt. The salt in the broth is just perfect, and the cheese. And so I am going to add pepper. I like pepper. You're going to add this pepper to the sauce to give it a little bit milk mixed in better a little bit, but oh, heaven, I can just smell it. My mouth's watering. I'm going to dish this up in this bowl, nice hand-painted bowl, and make it look real pretty. And not that I need to make it look all that great, because you smell of it, it's so wonderful, and you smell it and you just want to eat it. Just can't wait. Got a little bacon crumble on there, and now this is the best part of the whole thing, and that is the taste. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You can see the green, you can see the purple onion, and the nice yellow cheesy creamy sauce that's on there with that Kraft Philadelphia cream cheese and this Kraft cheddar cheese. I'm going to have a moment here. Oh, so good. Thank you for watching my recipe.